All right, do we want to talk about Affinity?
Fill me in, because I don't use any Affinity products.
Neither do I.
But I've heard people at the studio losing their absolute minds over
and one of them
what's
sitting
happening.
right next to me.
Yeah.
So please tell me why it's such a big deal, what Affinity is doing.
So, yeah, does anyone use Affinity here at all?
I started last month, like towards the tail end of this whole thing.
Cool. Sorry.
I also want to note that this is important because they are basically the Adobe competitor.
For sure.
For like Adobe's whole suite. And
Almost.
ever since Adobe moved over to Creative Cloud a number of years ago and every single thing is a subscription, you no longer were able to just buy creative software that you can buy once and use forever. Affinity in like 2016 basically started like making a bunch of parallels to all the Adobe apps.
So I'd heard about Affinity Photo. That's like Lightroom.
Affinity Photo is like Photoshop, Affinity Designer is like Illustrator, and Affinity Publisher is like InDesign.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're not subscriptions.
No.
They were like $70 a piece. I think iPad app was like $20, but they varied. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And they had an iPad app, which was great.
The reason we're bringing this up again is because last week Ellis on Wednesday was like, hey, everyone, I don't know if this is going to be the same as on Friday, like when it releases, but right now Affinity is free. And it felt like, because they had been bought by Canva in 2024, and on Wednesday, there was this feeling of an announcement that was going to come out on the 30th that we knew about, which was Thursday. So for us, Wednesday, Thursday, then release Friday.
Sure.
So it was like, is this going to be free because tomorrow Canva is going to say we're shutting down Affinity or changing it? Like, are you going to get a free version that doesn't get upgraded? We all kind of expect the worst out of stuff like that when we see it. But on the 30th, what they did is they actually announced two things. One is that the three different apps that they had are now combined into this singular piece of software that you can now switch between, essentially Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign through a tab switch on the top, and get all the different tools without having to go through different programs, including your file moving between all of them.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome.
That's
Mega
really
app.
cool, actually.
Mega app. Yeah, I think it's really neat. And that they're completely free.
Add a video editor.
Well, that's fair, but we can sort of get to that later. But like, so now that all of them are free, at times, like we mentioned, they could be up to $70 each. Canva just was like, hey, here you go. These are all free and just
why?
available.
Canva's reasoning for this was that Canva itself has like a corporate plan, which is very popular because their competitor is basically Adobe Photoshop Express, which nobody really uses.
So that's a subscription, the Canva thing.
Canva is a subscription, and their corporate subscription is like much more expensive, and they sell a lot of
Canva's
those
a few-
subscriptions.
I didn't read this anywhere, but this is a theory of mine. Like, I think a lot of what you get out of the Canva subscription is you get access to this library of assets that's made by Canva designers. And I believe with a subscription, you would get access to those assets
I can jump ahead.
Thank you.
If the AI tools inside of the new Affinity stuff is only available through Canva Premium, that's like the main thing you're unlocking is
so it's
generative
like
fill.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the main tools that are like Photoshop competitors, other than, we're seeing this multitude of new AI tools coming into design programs. Those are the things that are locked behind a subscription, which is Canva Premium.
That makes sense then. So it's like they're making Canva free with a bunch of its basic tools as a vessel
A lot of
to
really powerful tools.
Sure,
They're
definitely.
making Affinity free.
Affinity free.
Yeah.
Affinity is free as a vessel to hopefully get you to subscribe at some point for some of the more advanced /AI tools because those are good.
Yeah, think about it like this. Like, if you are a business and you are more likely to buy a Canva Pro subscription for your designers if it also comes with all these other design tools, so that you don't have to also have an Adobe Cloud subscription for all of the, InDesign and Illustrator and Photoshop. So if you have Canva, which is sort of a rapid prototyping design tool in a way,
It's also
It's like everyone's first, like everyone who's not a
it's like
creative
baby's
professional.
first. Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't even describe it as that. Like, I can't remember the last time I got like a wedding invite or like really any document ever that wasn't made in Canva.
Because they have a lot of very stylish designs that
and
are
it's so
made by actual
easy.
designers.
Like, it's
Super easy, yeah.
like I feel like all other platforms when they use the term drag and drop are like ish.
Kind of like
And
it, yeah.
Canva is like literally the most
Yeah.
drag and drop I'm graphic
Yeah.
designing thing ever.
Yeah. So from a business perspective, it's like they already have an incentive to use Canva, but then if you want your entire team to be using it, a lot of those actual designers on your team are going to need more pro creative tools, and usually they'd have to go to Adobe Creative Cloud. So now if they make these free, then it's like it's much more incentive for a business to subscribe to Canva Pro because you also get these creative tools.
Makes sense.
And if I have the breakdown of what Canva Premium costs and what Adobe costs, if we want to look at that real quick, because
head-to-head.
even still, Canva Premium, $13 a month or $120 a year if you pay yearly, which $10 a month.
Yeah.
Creative Cloud Pro, it's so confusing how this pricing works. And this is non-business. This is if just you're an individual buying.
Yep.
So $105 a month if you pay just monthly. If you pay monthly but commit to annual, it's $70 a month or $780 a year. This is a little different because Creative Cloud Pro comes with everything.
There's a
right?
ton of
There's a
things
ton of it, all the AI stuff.
it.
And
Storage.
if you're picking individual programs, it generally runs $23 a month with an annual subscription. So we're talking about half the price for Affinity. And that's even half the price of one singular program
Yeah.
of Adobe.
And that's if you want the Canva Pro features, because if you just want to use Affinity without all of the like AI generative stuff, it's all free.
It's just free.
Yeah.
So as you wrote down here, you can basically make any creative project now for completely free, because you can take your phone, film a video, edit in DaVinci Resolve, which is like a pro video editing app that is also free, create your own graphics and thumbnails in Affinity, and then you spent no money.
That's
Which is
awesome.
a pretty big deal.
It's the best time ever to want to try creating.
Yeah.
With like very low risk.
Yeah.
I've only used Affinity on my iPad so far, and I will say it's my favorite iPad design app. Like, I think it's way better than the Adobe Illustrator. Procreate is better at like the brush simulation stuff. Like, there is like a bunch of like under the hood stuff in Procreate that just makes it like butter, which is, I feel like is their whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier to work in the vector space and work with text and like do things that aren't literally drawing and I've found that the brushes in Affinity Design are like not that much worse. Yeah.
I want to try it because this is one of those things where I've used Photoshop for so long begrudgingly and luckily work at a company that pays for my Adobe suite. So like that makes it, but like, this is the kind of stuff where there's no one around me who is like, oh, I just want to edit some photos or that I'm ever going to suggest Photoshop for. Like, it's just too expensive. So the free version of this without some AI tools is like, at least you can learn the basics of everything and really see if you want to do this stuff.
For the same price of a year of Photoshop, you could buy a Pixel and just put all of your photos in the Google Magic Editor and just do it all like that. Like,
Yeah, I think that there's more mounting pressure on Adobe to either lower their prices or create some sort of freemium software that people can use without having to pay for the whole subscription.
I'm still a little confused why Affinity did this in the first place, because I feel like their subscriber base is typically professionals,
Affinity
like
or Canva?
marketing departments, you know?
Affinity or Canva?
Canva, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
Well, they did it to get more Canva subscribers.
But I don't think people that are signing up to use Affinity are going to inherently use Canva because no one...
I think it's the other way around.
You mean people using Canva are just going to now use Affinity because it's
Businesses are more
included?
incentivized to have a Canva Pro subscription if it also comes with a bunch of creative software for their more professional users.
So like in order to get all the AI tools and stuff out of which I keep saying AI tools and it's easy to dunk on AI, but like more and more design programs are having tools that just help you save time. It's not,
Right.
I'm not saying it's like a go into Affinity and create an entire thing using just AI. It's like subject select, advanced generative fill. Like those are super helpful tools.
also just like so many people subscribe to Canva. You know what I mean?
That
like,
yeah,
so
I think
No,
a
dude.
lot of marketing departments subscribe to Canva, but regular people just use the free version to make.
Yeah,
This-
well,
no,
yeah,
I
they're-
think-
but
I-
that's the whole thing. They're subsidizing Affinity for regular people by getting more marketing departments to sign up for Canva Pro.
This also might be. I know I personally have so many friends who are not professional designers, are not creative professionals, and keep a Canva subscription going just because anytime they need to format and like people use it instead of Google Docs.
Can I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like everyone I know that uses Canva has one project that they just edit constantly because they refuse to pay for the subscription.
Adam,
I got my payers
Here's-
out there. Okay.
this is totally anecdotal, but teachers use Canva like crazy.
Yeah, Canva's the new PowerPoint. It's
Yeah.
like everyone uses Canva.
Yeah.
When Jess worked in an ad agency, all of their decks were made in Canva. Everything was made in Canva. But that's what I mean. Like those are not people who are making thumbnails for YouTube videos. I think it's a happy accident that now it's free for all of us. But I'm just confused why they did it. That like what is their incentive? But David's point makes sense, which is that like it's just another tool that their people can use now since you're already paying for the Canva subscription, you know?
And there's like such an entrenched, there's still so many businesses that use Adobe stuff, like there's so much After Effects and Photoshop and all of the, Adobe design stuff that people have been using forever. And the only way to get someone out of that is to offer something that gives you substantially more value or seems like it would be a better deal to actually get you to unsubscribe from the Adobe thing. So if you're going to get someone to leave Adobe, you got to make moves, and this is one of the moves they just try to make.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's still gonna, like, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome because we get to play with a new thing that's free. But like, Tim is not leaving Photoshop.
That you're never going to convert people who like
That's what
went
I'm
to
saying.
school for design and are doing this forever and are
Like
also
the real
using more things.
professionals are sticking to
Yeah,
their
but now
tools.
you start the new
But if you're an
generation of
individual
professionals.
too,
That's
if you're an
true.
individual paying for the Adobe suite and you realize you could save a lot of money by using the Canvas stuff, and
Every
Affinity,
individual is very unhappy with how much they have to pay for Adobe.
for Adobe.
Marquez, as someone that pays for all of our Adobe subscriptions, are you tempted at all by this?
Yeah, dude. Every time you guys are like, "Hey, can we add one more seat for Adobe?" I'm like, "Do you really want this?"
Yes.
Because this will cost me $1,500 a month for every single person we add.
1,500?
It's so much.
Not
It's-
quite, but it's
It's a lot.
it's a lot of
It
money.
might as well be. It's
the
a
pro
lot.
version's way more because it comes with like more.
Yeah, we get all the
AI
apps.
tokens or.
But it's not like I
That's
can
so
just
lame.
add. Yeah.
That's so.
I would love to be able to just go, I can add one seat for just Photoshop. But of course, Adobe doesn't want you to be able to do that.
as a business. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
so-
yeah.
Yes.
I'll just tack onto this as we're talking about bringing people off of Adobe is like this is free for now. We always have to just be aware. They've claimed that I think it's going to stay free, but
They
you
said
can never
free
trust.
forever.
It said free forever, but also
the next
nothing
CEO.
said 2 megapixel cameras are the biggest camera of the 21st century. So just remember, any of these things can change at any time.
Yeah.
So we won't be surprised when that happens.
I mean, that's
I
the
hope it doesn't.
reason that people often are like, you need to just host everything yourself because everything is like free and great until it's not. And companies will always like bait and switch you eventually. So, use it while you got it.
Use it. Yeah, now's the best time, better time than ever to try and make that channel or whatever you've been thinking about because you can, between Resolve and Affinity, you can do pretty much everything that you could do when you first started your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's wild.
You'd be set to go.
The new Affinity app now has like a new file format, I believe.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be compatible with anything else.
Is that the
Because-
.af
Yeah,
file format?
.af.
I love it.
I wonder if
Affinity.
is that because so it can switch between. I wonder if that's so it can switch between. The,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean more
program
so like
swap.
what you're getting at is like in 10 years if they decide, oh, now we're charging and now you have like a backlog of all your professional work that's a .af, what do you do?
Darkness.
Gotcha.
On Sacra, an interesting thing I found.
What is Sacra?
It's like it's the same thing as Statista, but it's like or not Statista. What's the Statista for money? You know what I'm talking about?
Poly market.
Jeez. It's like they accrue data from shareholder.
Oh, yeah,
calls
yeah,
and
yeah.
bullshit.
Something research.
Whatever.
SharePoint research
You
or
know,
something like
that
that.
thing. But Affinity's growth has outpaced almost all their competitors. Here, it says they outpaced Figma, Miro, and Adobe in year-over-year growth.
Dang.
And they also do more revenue than Figma and Miro. So I think they literally just are like,
Then Figma?
yeah.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
well, that's what I'm
Figma's
saying
a
is like
massive
Canva.
company.
I don't think I think we're underestimating how used and paid
Yeah.
for Canva is.
For sure.
And so I just think it makes sense for Affinity to be like, if we have the casuals cornered in the market, let's get the power users in
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll start charging us eventually.
Just to be accurate, if I add a seat to our Adobe Creative Cloud Pro Plus for Teams, it's about $1,500 a year.
XL,
year, yeah.
XL Ultra.
Yeah.
1,500. Okay.
Thanks for watching this clip. I have another before and after trivia question for you right now.
Okay.
The question is a subgenre of role-playing video games that uses turn-based gameplay, procedurally generated dungeons, and is permanent death of a player character, and what you should do on this video.
Roguelike and subscribe.
Damn, you got that
Wrong.
really fast.
Wrong.
No, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Like Balatro. I play too much Balatro. That's why.
Well played.